Scaling alone almost always leads to failure. Time, cost, money, reputation, it's certainly not worth it. I'm Jim Roche, CEO and team leader of Rarity Real Estate, located here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I've grown my team to over $1 billion in sales in just 5 years and over 60 agents. I've learned some of the hardest lessons the hardest ways. Stay here till the end and I'll show you how to avoid those personally with me here today. Mistake number one, hiring too late. Almost every agent and every top performing realtor that I've ever met always hires too late. The smart ones sometimes hire just a tad bit too early, but the real productive ones always hire too late. And why? Because they're too busy living in their business and not focusing on building it. When I hired my first assistant, everything changed dramatically. It actually happened at a reflection point. I changed brokerages. I was looking for a new model and a new way of thinking. When I came to Keller Williams, that was the model. That was written in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent Playbook that I was basically like, that's what I need to do. So I shifted my focus. I had to make that pivotal change to take my mind off of sales, which we know for us salespeople is the hardest thing to do. And I focused on building my business. Once I did that, started working on my business rather than running around inside it, everything changed. So the sooner you can realize that and the sooner you can make that impact into your business, the sooner you're going to get all the leverage you need to make the growth and make the changes to push you ahead. Mistake number two, out hustling the ceiling. You know what I mean? The hustler's work ethic, or the hustle culture. The fact of the matter is, at every point in your business or at some point in your business, that's not going to work anymore and you're simply going to burn out. So once you understand that and you actually start predicting that is when you can start layering in some additional leverage really quickly. So once you can understand the trials and tribulations you're running through every single day in your business, once you start inputting more leverage in there, it allows you to take those things off your plate and allows you to silo yourself into the most important things that are ultimately the most profitable for you, the leader and the owner of the business. Mistake number three, ignoring systems. Agents love to ignore systems. Why? Because they're hard. They're difficult. It's just not what we do as producers. We're not sitting behind a keyboard stroking away. We're out meeting people, cultivating relationships, doing all the front end of the business type of work. But the systems management is so important. And that's where your leverage comes into place. Make sure you're going out and you're hiring to your weaknesses. If you can't build the system, make sure the person you're hiring can. Once you match those synergies up together and you guys can play off your strengths and weaknesses, is when your whole entire organization would change. So stop running away and start leaning into your systems. Mistake number four, trying to scale alone. As I told you, I was a solo agent here at Keller Williams, growing, doing a ton of business, making a ton of money, but I had no life. I had no freedom. I was a prisoner of my cell phone and ultimately a prisoner of my business. Once I hired that admin, everything changed. Not just from my own self perspective, but also from an expectations and setting expectations perspective. I was able to be a lot more clear with who was responsible for what and who to contact for what, which not only allowed me to operate better, but allowed my clients to think and feel a lot more comfortable knowing that they have a team behind them rather than one busy, productive agent. That team aspect changes everything, not just for your eyes, but also your client's eyes. So scale quickly. Always bring that leverage in as soon as possible. So my 3 keys to scaling the right way. 1, hire before you're ready. You're never going to be ready. I'll tell you that right now. So just make that step, make that leap and hire now. 2, invest in your systems. Always think about it. Start building your CRM from day one. Hire what you're not good at and bring the help in there. And then number 3, don't do it alone. You got to build that tribe. If you want to build a big business, you need support, you need leverage. You're not out on an island alone. No one can build a team and be successful alone. Step up, start building it the right way, and I can guarantee you, you're headed for years and years of success. I'm dropping agent videos every single week here. My goal is simply to empower you as that entrepreneurial real estate agent and help you build a bigger and better business. So make sure you like and subscribe and follow along. See you next time.